Hey Bread Gang, I hope everyone's doing good, keeping safe, and of course had a great weekend. In today's video, I'm going to chat to you guys about ZOMEDICA, so ticker symbol ZOM. In particular, I'm going to give you guys a price action update, so letting you guys know where the price currently is, where I believe it's going to go to. But before I get into today's video, make sure you guys subscribe and of course hit that notification bell. With that being said, let's get this bread. So if I have a look at the chart of ZOM, in particular looking at the daily chart, so from my last video, the price was below the 10-period moving average. However, I was heading up to test it. I thought that if the price actually broke the 10-period moving average, that there was going to be a lot of momentum pushing the price even further up. However, this wasn't the case as the bearish momentum was pretty strong. So the price is heading towards the horizontal support of 45 cents, especially seeing as it broke this trendline support. So the trendline support was broken with a support at 54 cents. So this is part of the reason why the bearish momentum has been building up. So the bears are determined to actually test this support of 45 cents. So if the support of 45 cents holds, i.e. if the bears test it and basically the price bounces off it, this means that there's a lot of demand around this area, and seeing as the 45-cent price is pretty much a support zone, so support between 45 cents and really around 38 cents. So it'll be interested to see what the price does when it reaches 45 cents. So if the price heads down, tests the 45 cent support and bounces off it, then that'll be really good because that means there's a lot of demand. So looking at the volume from Friday's session and yesterday's session, so the volume on Friday's session was 56 million shares being traded, which was above the average. And the volume yesterday, despite there being a gap low and of course a lot of bearish rejection, which saw the session end very bearish, despite all this, the volume was actually almost, in fact, the volume was like a third of that, sitting at 21 million shares being traded. So the fact that the bearish volume is actually decreasing despite the gap low, this is a positive sign, especially seeing as the price is getting towards that support of 45 cents, which means that a lot of people are watching this area. There's already demand being picked up right now because the bearish volume is dropping right now. So we will see what the volume says today and also where today's session closes. So today's session closes bearish, but the volume is actually less than 21 million shares, then this will be a good sign, a very positive sign, because this means that there's a lot of bulls waiting at this area, looking at this 45 cent support and actually buying in, basically eating up at the bearish momentum. So the bearish momentum decreasing, the bullish momentum will start picking up, and we're likely to see a trend reversal, especially one that could potentially break that 10-period moving average. I mean, that 10-period moving average is very important at the moment. Well, I see it's very important because if the price gets above it and stays above it, then the momentum is going to be strong to the bullish side. And also, if I have a look at the RSI, so when the price made a new low on the 16th of August, the RSI value was sitting at 22, and basically the price made a similar low on the 19th of August. The RSI was sitting at 28. So there was some varied RSI divergence. It wasn't a classic RSI divergence because the price didn't make a new low, but it made a similar low. So it was a variation to the RSI divergence. However, there was some RSI divergence, and this saw the price pretty much take off after that. So the price is coming back down. The last low it made on the 19th of August was sitting at 28. But looking at the RSI right now, it's sitting at 37. And the price is actually very close to the 45 cent, the last low that it made. So seeing as the price is heading down to that 45 cent support, it could momentarily break the support and actually retrace back up. This is actually very common where the price tests the support or resistance. You're likely to see like a spike above the resistance or a spike below the support, and then the price will retrace back up. So this is where there's a lot of demand or a lot of supply being built up within that area to push the price down or push the price up, depending whether it's supply or demand. So when the price gets to the support, it'll be interesting to see what the RSI value is. And if the RSI value is still above 28, then this is a positive sign, because this means that, look, even though the price has been falling quite a bit, the bearish momentum will be decreasing, which means that the bullish momentum will be picking up, especially around this support. Right now, it'll be good to see what happens around this support. So another reason I believe the price has pretty much been in a free fall, especially being below the 10-period moving average, is fundamentally one of the board of directors, Christopher Wolfenberg, actually resigned on the 13th of September. So on the 10th of September, this was pretty much where the price was above the trendline support and actually it looked like it was heading to break that 10-period moving average. But on the 13th of September, the news broke that Christopher Wolfenberg was resigning. Generally speaking, a lot of investors don't actually take this kind of news well. You know, like a board of directors resigns, etc., or CEO resigns, wherever. They don't take this news well, and they tend to start selling off their shares. Short sellers step in the market because they're like, you know what, this is a negative news. it's likely that the price is going to fall. And this was the case because after the 13th of September, the price has pretty much just been, for ZOM, there's been blood in the streets, and the price has just been in a free fall since then. So since then, Christopher Wolfenberg has actually been replaced by Sean Whelan as a member of the board. Basically, we'll see what happens over time as things shake up. Maybe Mr. Whelan will actually shake things up, or maybe people gain faith in Mr. Whelan, etc. A lot of investors will gain faith and start seeing, you know what, there's actually a bright future for ZOMEDICA as a company fundamentally, and then they'll start buying up. This is where technical analysis meets fundamental analysis. So right now the price is heading towards this support. There's been a replacement of board members. So we'll just see basically how the market reacts to all of this news on a technical note and a fundamental note. So it's very possible that the price is going to head up to test its 10-period moving average, seeing as the bulls actually they dominated the session quite a bit for yesterday's session, but the session closed bearish. Even though it closed bearish, there wasn't that much volume. So today's session, we might actually see a green candle, especially one heading towards that 10-period moving average. And if we break it, then guys, potentially the start to something really good. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe and of course hit that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know this is the kind of content you like to see, and I'll be coming at you with regular updates. And also comment below, let me know your thoughts on ZOM. Are you currently invested? Are you thinking about investing in it? Do you love the stock? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video.